Good morning, good afternoon, good evening to all of my wonderful and juicy and delicious little subscribers out there. And how I love you also. And I hope that you're all super duper well. Super duper wonderful and super duper delicious. So what do we do? And that life is treating you oh so deliciously. 3, 2, 1, beam me out my juice little lights. Thank you, little lights, you delicious and brown. Now then, good morning, good afternoon, good evening to any passers-by, and I hope that you too are having a super duper and delicious time wherever you are in the world, and that life is also treating you most wonderfully. So much love to you all, my delicious babies. Now then, our weather in our old neck of the woods in the old UK, well, if it's raining, it's raining. It may differ in other parts of the old UK, okay? Now then, sorry. So yes, so my dryer's back on, so that's my only way of drying anything. So yes, and this is supposed to be our summer in our old neck of the woods in the old UK, my delicious little babies. Well, to me, it's just flipping miserable weather, but not to worry, because you and I are not miserable. Do you see what I mean, my delicious little babies? Now then, so if you do enjoy the video today, you know, please feel free to click on the like, you know, and thank you so much, you know, for even watching my video, for those of you delicious little babies that you are. Now then, so I'm just going to flip in, have my say now. So I put a little message, I won't say what channel it is. I put a little message, you know, on somebody else's channel, you know, and I happen to say that, you know, because you've heard me before, my delicious little babies, for those of you who listen to me regularly, that, you know, I happen to like, you know, little Gonzalo Lira. Okay, and you can actually see his videos on YouTube, my delicious little babies, yes. But at the moment, God bless his beautiful dear little soul, well, he's been taken somewhere else. I do believe it's Poland. Okay, my delicious little babies. And of course, simply for telling the truth. Okay, my delicious little babies, you know, just giving his opinions, you know, to do with the war, you know, between Russia and there we are in Ukraine. Do you see? Anyway, so I just looked at my dog and burn, you know, before I come onto the camera to yourselves, my delicious little babies, and somebody had sent me a message. Now this particular whoever it is, piece of shit, right? You know, just simply because I put, you know, that they're my favourites, and do you know what I mean? And there's another one who's my favourite. You can actually find him, that dear gentleman as well, on because they're both dear gentlemen, on BitChute as well, Robert Barnes, and he talks to what's his name? He's got curly hair and glasses. Oh, anyway, but if you look on BitChute, my delicious little babies, you'll be able to see it. Do you see what I mean? You'll be able to see him, and it just says so and so and Barnes, and then, you know, then you're on there. But he's also on Locals as well. Anyway, so that's all I put. Nothing flipping nasty at all, my delicious little babies. And the reason why I do this, right, whenever I receive a message, is because it flipping damn well flipping peed me off. Now, that's my opinion. So if I happen to like somebody, not in that way with these dear gentlemen, okay? If I happen to like somebody, or I like the videos, yes, well, isn't that up to myself? My delicious little babies, yes? And I have my opinion. I'm a woman with a view, and I'm going to have my flipping view, yes? But when I clicked on to see who I can only assume is a flipping man, and that's not being nasty towards any other men, okay, my delicious babies, because I happen to get on very well with men, okay, my delicious babies, not in that way, yes? And when I had a look on this, you know, this one's got no videos and no subscribers, okay? But what a flipping little piece of shit. And he puts you know, he put my delicious little babies, I've got to try and remember this now, because I've just seen it and I've just responded back, my delicious little babies, yes? You know, what a nasty person they are. Do you know what I mean, yes? And, you know, not to message me again. But he put, you know, he put my delicious little babies, and I just thought this was flipping vile. He put Gonzo Liar. okay, is getting regular beatings in Ukraine. Do you see what I mean, my little babies? Because right now, God bless poor dear little Gonzalo Lira, you know, he happens to be behind bars, okay, my little babies, yes. Like I said, simply for voicing his own opinions on things, yes. What a flipping nasty message. Do you know what I mean, my little babies? And of course, you know, the last that I'd heard, only what I heard, is that our little Gonzalo, you know, just like I said earlier, is in a Pearland. So, where's your man there going with this? Do you see what I mean? Can you see? The point I'm making, my little babies, I never sent any nasty message at all. Do you see? But this is what happens, you see? And then you get somebody like that. Do you know what I mean? Somebody nasty like that. Do you know what I mean? Well, here's the thing now. He wouldn't say it to me flipping bird race, piece of shit. And if he does click on to see, you know, who I am, yes, if you do, whoever you are, yes, listen to this message good, shut your mouth. And in fact, get somebody to flipping wash your mouth out with soap, you nasty little individual you are, little critter, putrid little creature. Do you know what I mean? But this is what happens, my little babies. I reckon, you know, he could be a troll. Do you know what I mean, my little babies, yes? But if you was to see, little Gonzalo Lira, if you was to see him on his videos, you know, he's very interesting, he's very intellectual. And, you know, and you know, there's times where, you know, because he does have a good sense of humour, God bless him, and he will make you laugh with things. Obviously not to do with serious things with the war and things like that, yes? But he just has a natural, warm person, there we are, personality. Do you see what I mean? But for your man there, okay, to send me a message like that, well, you can F off nicely, you piece of shit. Yeah, come on my flipping channel. Because let me tell you, I'll be sending you a flipping very nasty message, you piece of shit. Anyway, my little babies, thank you for listening to that, okay? But no, not when you know, when you just want to send just a nice, pleasant message and then receive something like that. Do you know what I mean? I mean, how would he feel? You know, and to put something nasty like that. Well, he wouldn't be saying anything if he got sent somewhere else. Do you know what I mean? And he was being attacked. Do you see what I'm saying? Yes? He wouldn't have his flipping mouth then, or on his flipping keyboard then, would he? Anyway, my little babies, I just thought anyway, I've just had my rant, that's it. But it flipping peed me well off. Do you know what I mean, my little baby? Anyway, do you know what I've done? I've just sent in a message back and just do not message me again. Do you know what I mean? You know, the like's a piece of shit like that. I wish you well. Yeah. Get that message. Flipping good piece of shit. Anyway, so that's that, my little babies. Now then, I want to discuss, so if you please go on to, you know, type into the old space bar, my little babies, and he's called Jeff Taylor, Jeff, my little babies, yes. He's called Jeff Taylor, okay, and what he does is he, you know, he covers like the politics and things like this, okay, and sometimes he has his friend and colleague, Richard, okay, very pleasant gentleman, you know, not in that way, and they explain things perfectly well, okay, my little baby. So, and what he happens to be talking about, now I'll tell you who else covers a lot of this, is our lovely, not in that way, our lovely Neil McCoy Ward. Okay, my little babies, and he's also on YouTube, okay? And he, the last time I looked, he had 413,000 subscribers, whereas Jeff and Richard, they have 144,000. Okay, my little babies, so they're talking about that, yes? So you can go on to them and listen. And it's the latest, because I never wrote it down. I haven't wrote anything down today, my little babies, yes? So I'm just doing the video, yes? Anyway, and so, and with both of those, okay, well, all three, sorry, gentlemen, yes, they explain things perfectly well, okay, Martelish Duck Babies, and the other one is Richard Verbs, okay, he's also on YouTube. He's got 166,000 subscribers, okay, Richard Verbs, okay, which again you can also find on YouTube. And then if you just please take a listen to his latest little videos as well, okay. Please and thank you, Martelish Duck Babies. Anyway, so yeah, so we're talking about these CBDCs, okay? And what this is about, Martelish Duck Babies, is, you know, because they're wanting, you know, the putrid and little lackeys, okay, to do everything digital, okay? Now, you see me, I'm just going to keep mentioning this, Martelicious Duck Babies, because this really, seriously, needs to be seriously discussed. Now, I've also heard on Richard Verbs Froze. Sorry, Martelicious Duck Babies, nothing I can do. I'm just going to carry on going, okay? But I also just heard on Richard Verb's channel this afternoon that somebody had sent him an email, apparently, to say that there's a food chain, restaurants, a certain one, but he never said which one, but that, well, they're not accepting cash. Martelish Duck Babies. So everything, just please let me have a sip of my coffee, please, and thank you. They're not accepting cash. Okay, Martelish Duck Babies. Now then, you see, because the box in the corner of the room, Martelish Duck Babies, does not mention these things, but you've got plenty on YouTube and on BitChute, God bless them all, who are talking about this. Okay, this is extremely serious, Martelish Duck Babies, yes? And I'll be mentioning over the months to do with this, you know, what they're trying to bring in, this cashless system, yes? Well, you see, the thing is, I said it before and I'm going to say it again, yes? You see, if everybody knew, okay, you know, if the box in the corner of the room and the flipping media, yes, if they was to start to tell the truth, there we are, about things, yes, then, you know, the majority of man and woman out there, yes, would be able to, you know, stand tall and say, no, okay, Martelicious, there we go, little babies, that's what they would be able to do, okay? But because they're doing sneaky things now, and they're doing it in London, there we are, they're doing it in London, Martelicious Little Babies. I mean, I said it, did I say it the other day? I'm pretty sure I did. I mentioned Aldi in London, and what it is, you've got to have an app just to get into the shop. Martelicious Little Babies, do you say? Okay, and of course, you know, you've got all of the, which you do have in all of the supermarkets actually, these face recognitions and everything, these, you know, where, you know, ones, you know, instead of standing in a queue waiting for a cashier, well, they just say, oh, it's just easier just to go and do that. Do you see what I mean? Rather than have an interaction with a cashier, do you see what I mean? Me personally, I prefer to wait in the queue. There we are. Do you see what I mean? Yes. But then in London as well, you see, for the majority, only from what I heard, Martelish Duck Babies, and I mentioned this before, they're wanting to, for most of the places to be cashless, okay? And they've actually started it, okay? But in America, yes, and I mentioned this weeks ago, there we are, on one of my videos, so I cannot remember which part of America it was now, and furthermore, I cannot remember which flipping video it was. I'm pretty sure that it was on there we are, on YouTube, Martelish Duck Babies. Anyway, so this man wanted to go and purchase some goods, you know, in a shop in America, yes? And he got told, well, you know, we only accept cash. Card, sorry. My mistake, Martelish Duck Babies. We only accept card. Well, your man there only had cash. Okay, Martelish Duck Babies. So, in the end, he just said, okay, so we're just not going to get my custom then. Do you know what I mean? But mind you, and after arguing with the, you know, the cashiers, the staff, yes, Well, in the end, there we are, they had to accept the cash. Do you see? So what I'm saying is, my delicious little babies, yes, is that, I mean, I talk to different man and woman, yes, and you do have rather a lot of them where they say, oh, but I like using my card, it's just easier, do you know what I mean? Or you'll get others who will say, oh, I don't like carrying cash. Do you see what I mean? Yes? But what if, and I say this, across the board now, my delicious little babies. So what if, because right now we've got a choice, yes, cash or card, okay, my delicious little babies, yes. But what about if others out there found themselves in a situation, okay, my delicious little babies, where they were told that, cash is completely going, okay? They can only use their card. Everything is monitored because everything's digital, yes? That's the way they're wanting to push this smart babies. Everything is digital, okay? And then you can only buy things, purchase things, if you're being a good boy or a good girl. Do you see what I mean, my babies? Yes, okay? Well, I'm not so sure that the majority of the populations, globally, yes, would be a liking. Do you see what I mean, my little babies? Because this is not just about the digital. This goes far deeper, my little babies, okay? Because they're trying to push everybody together, okay? So whether you own a business, whether you've got houses, maybe that, for some have properties, do you understand what I mean? And then they rent them out. Do you see what I mean, my little babies? Yes? Well, the thing is, they want to push everybody into like China, like a social credit system. There we are. Do you see? So this is very serious indeed, my delicious little babies, and of course, all I can do is just tell who I can, send out information in my dog and burn, and also do my little YouTube videos. Do you see what I mean? Yes? But there needs to be, okay, because they are talking about it, my delicious little babies, bringing it to all UK, like I said, London. There's places in London where you cannot pay with cash. Do you say, my delicious little babies? Yes. And what about Jeff was he's only saying what I already know. Yes. So right now, so I do not wish to be. Do you understand what I mean? With what I'm going to say. Yes. But you will have some where, I don't know, they might want to, go and see a man or a woman, say. Do you understand what I'm saying to you, my delicious little babies? Do you know what I'm saying? Yes? Well, how would they feel? Okay, there's nothing wrong with that. Actually, obviously, as long as it's not hurting anybody. Do you understand what I mean? Okay? Just so that they can have an interaction, shall we say, with a man or a woman, let's just say, yes. And right now, you can pay cash, ka-ching. Well, what about if they could only pay, digital and they're being tracked everywhere they go? Well, I'm pretty sure if you ask the average man or woman, my delicious babies, they would not be a liking. Do you see what I mean? Because, they might want to do something, well, you know what I mean, private. There we are. Do you see what I mean, my delicious babies? Yes? So, but if this was to be brought in, my delicious babies, oh no, every facet, okay, my delicious babies, of our lives would be watched, monitored, everything. My delicious babies. You would not be able to buy, because what they were talking about, these flipping, and little lackeys, yes? And what they were talking about is that you could only buy, 3 items of clothing a year? There was another one, my delicious babies, and this is going back months now, where they were talking about flipping that you would have to rent your clothes. My delicious little babies, can you see the seriousness here? My delicious little babies, yes? This is very serious. And of course, I talk to others, my delicious little babies, and, these seem to think I'm joking, or they're not being nasty to anybody, to any of them. But because they're busy in their own lives, okay, they're not really paying attention to these things. But of course, if the box in the corner of the room is not going to tell either, because they're sneaky, little slithery little flipping snakes in the grass, loading the snake's belly for what they've flipping done in this over 3.5 years, my delicious little babies, yes? But of course, this is what's happening. So nobody's really listening, very sadly, to a word I'm saying. But if they found themselves in that situation, my delicious babies, then what about the ones with the larger houses and things like this? They could have bought the house, or they could have, they can have their house, say, on a mortgage, okay? Because this is very serious. This is why they've been trying to bring in the 15-minute cities. You see? So not only do they want that, but they want your houses, yes. They want your houses, they want your property, they want your land, yes. They want everything. They want to get rid of cars. This is why, really, this is not new. When I go back, when I was driving my delicious babies before me, beautiful little beauty, oh, God bless her beautiful little soul, before she got wrote off, okay? Well, you see, there was even certain places where, you couldn't put cash into a machine. And that was going back, how many years ago now? Hold on, 2018. Yeah, because there was some in Birmingham. There was, because they were covering them up, so that you couldn't pay cash. Do you say, my delicious little babies? Yes? Just like, where is it now? Birmingham Airport. Okay? I got flipping stung the one time. Who was the dropping off? Could have been my, was it me? Could have been me beautiful, oh, how I love them so, my beautiful little daughters and their dear dad. Not in that way. I think, yeah, I dropped them off. And of course, I walked out with them, when I come back, my delicious little babies, and I'm sure that for some of you out there, my delicious little babies, if it has not happened to yourselves, it's probably happened to somebody who you know. What was it? You only, to have a stay, to be there for so many minutes or something like this now, yes? And when I put my card in, my delicious little babies, 17 quid, I got charged. My delicious little babies, seeing off my beautiful little daughters and their dear dad, do you see what I mean? And that was at Birmingham flipping airport. So a trip, you imagine, so you paid the petrol and everything, yes? And then you've got to pay that on top. Do you see? But that was only card as well. My delicious little baby, so I'm pretty sure it must still be the same. Do you see? Because the last time I dropped her, oh, God bless her, one of my beautiful dear little friends, and I dropped her off because she was going, God love her, she was going on holiday. Do you see what I mean? Yes, so I dropped her off. But I never stayed, so do you understand what I mean? I just dropped her off and then carried on. Do you see what I mean? Yes? But yes. But they've been doing this long time. But now, it's in everybody's, there we are, everybody's birth races. Do you see what I mean? Yes? Which, of course, you're going to have, a different variety. You could have God bless the dear little elderly, or God bless the dear little disabled, And, they may not even know how to use an app. They may not even have a mobile phone. Do you say? So, this is certainly not for our health, my delicious and well-being, my delicious little babies. No, it is certainly not. What this is designed to do, my delicious little babies, like I said, is push us further and further into this old digital. Just let me have another sip of my coffee, please, and thank you. That's what this is about, my delicious little babies. Just to push further and further in. You know, it's like I said before, I'm going to say it again. There we are, to box us all in. Do you see what I mean? This is the intention. Do you see? And like, you know, like what they're doing with the food, sorry. You know, I mean, you imagine if we had this social credit system there, yes, and you couldn't buy what food you wanted to buy. Do you see, my delicious little babies? See what it is? It's like a tight rope around, do you see what I mean? And they just keep tighter and tighter and tighter, you know, until every aspect of our lives is totally controlled. Do you see, my delicious little babies? Yes? So this is very serious. And, you know, more and more, you know, we need to push back, you know, not only in the UK, but in other parts of the world. My delicious little babies, because if enough of us just said, there we are, before I even say it, if enough of us said, sorry, no, we're not having it. Well, where are they going with this? Do you say? There's nowhere to go. Do you say? My delicious little babies. But what it is, they want to try and make it sound like it will help us all. Do you say, my delicious little babies? Yes? No. That's not what it's about at all, my delicious little babies. And I've known about this long time. And they're been talking all on BitChute about it, on YouTube, brand new tube, all different places. They're talking about this. There we are. Do you say? Yes? So, you know, more and more need to, you know, not be nasty. I'm going to be honest. I know it's really difficult with the old box in the corner of the room for some, yes? Because God bless, you know, they like to watch the films or, you know, things like this. For others, you know, they solely rely on the fake news. Do you see what I mean, my delicious little babies, okay? And of course, you know, because they're forever flipping the fake media, flipping bullshitting. Do you see what I mean, yes? Well, that's their name, isn't it? Fake media, bullshitters. Do you see what I mean, my delicious little babies? So I know it's very difficult, okay, when you just to watching the box in the corner of the room, but more and more and more, honestly, please and thank you, need to start to go on different sites. Like I've just said, there's all different sites. You've got Rumble, BitChute, of course YouTube, but that's not pointing, that's rude, my delicious babies. Who else? Odyssey, Locals, okay? I'm pretty sure you can find out a lot, there we are, on Twitter as well. Okay, there's Telegram. Do you see? There's lots of different places and brand new tube to get information. There we are. Do you see? But this is very serious, my delicious little babies. But if you look at it, and because you like with your card, do you see what I mean? Yes? So, of course, they've done this. And then, of course, you know, then they have to go to their next, there we are, steps. Do you see what I mean? To edge us, you see, into, well, it's a situation that, you know, if they was to get away with it, okay, my delicious babies, well, bang goes our freedoms, and that's globally, my delicious little babies, yeah? Have no freedom at all. You'd be watched, monitored, told what you can do, told what you cannot do. Do you see? But the whole reason why they're doing it, and it's simple things, it's control. That's what it is, because they're finding it so difficult to control us. Do you see? There's some who, you know, God bless, you know, they sleepwalk into these things. Do you see what I mean? You know, and very sadly, we're just not going to be able to do anything. But you see, and even there we are, and even years ago, that was just reminded me of something else, my delicious little babies. Years ago, there was a woman, and if you actually look on different sites, you will find things like this, okay, where, you know, they, you know, for women and everything, yes, especially the women, it seems to be, okay, where, you know, they relied on the card all the time and they wish that they never. And they've actually done videos on it to say, do you see, my delicious little babies, yes? But of course, they do this, you know, well, that they say that they're helping us. Do you see, my delicious little babies? Like I received through the door the other day, I haven't got it here now, to do with the postman, that, you know, you do not even have to leave home. They'll pick up your parcel. Do you say it's like the one to, I mean, it's not the poor postman or postwomen's, you know, faults, okay, that they just work for the company, don't they? Yes. But this is how it is, you know, it's like they just want to keep you indoors. Do you know what I mean? So they don't want us having vitamin D, you know, to help us, you know, they don't want us, it seems, to have sunshine either, you know, in parts of the world, okay, my delicious babies. So to me, well, if that's the case and they were to get away with all these things, okay, and a cashless society, okay, well, we wouldn't be living, my delicious little babies, okay, this is a figure of speech, it's a saying, we would just be existing. And then, you know, say if they said to you, well, you know, you cannot, you know, fly, you know, say if you like to have your holidays, and then they turn around to you and they say, well, you cannot fly. Well, how would that make somebody feel? Do you say, my delicious little babies, yes? Or, you know, say, because, you know, there's a lot out there, God bless, you know, where they enjoy having a holiday or they enjoy, you know, driving the cars. But what about if, you know, if all these things came in and simply said, well, you cannot drive your car anymore? Do you say, my delicious little babies? You know, what I'm really saying is, okay, well, it's not what I'm really, I am, is that, you know, these things just need to take a moment out of your time, my delicious little babies, please and thank you, to think about all of this. You see, like where you've got the freedom now to go to a shop or to do whatever you want to do, or to buy clothes, buy food, you know, whatever you want to do, yes? To go into where you will not be able to have all of those freedoms. This is, there we are, this is extremely serious, my delicious, yes, little babies, very serious indeed. Do you say? But of course, you know, all we can do, and that's myself and others, all that we can do is just keep going with explaining this, you know, in the hope that more and more and more, God bless the beautiful dear little souls, so I'm not saying it to be rude or disrespectful now, that they wake up, there we are, to what they're trying to bring in. Do you see? This is very serious indeed. And, you know, and with all different YouTubers and on different platforms, you know, that they're explaining, they're done explaining it. Just like myself. Do you see? I mean, we do appear to be getting somewhere in, you know, certain parts of the old UK, you know, where, you know, sorry, excuse me, the councils, you know what I mean? Because the ones who work for the councils, well, they too are having to be re-educated, and that's not being nasty, my delicious babies. Do you see? What they've been failing to understand, a lot of the councils, okay, that they're helping, we know who, and the putrid little lackeys, all the governments, yes, that they're helping to box not only ourselves, but themselves as well. And they didn't even realise what they were doing. Do you see? My delicious little babies. But there are parts of the old UK where, there is pushback on this. Do you see what I mean? Yes, my delicious little babies, yes. So that's all I wanted to say, really. But it's so important that others now, please, dear God, Jesus Christ of Nazareth, our dear Creator, that, others out there, God bless, start to understand the seriousness of this situation. It's very flipping serious indeed. My delicious little babies, yes. So this is why it should not be allowed. But when they say, oh yes, it's just going to make our lives easier. No, it most certainly, my delicious little babies, will not. Because that's not their intention. Their intention is full control, okay, of all of our lives. My delicious little babies, and something else as well. Like if you listen to the WHO, the World Health Organization, where eventually, where we wouldn't even be able to have little pets. Can you see? This is a seriousness, of this situation. Do you see? And that who's trying to get things passed. Do you see? And it includes, with all the legalising, paedophilia and everything. I know that it's not a very nice, for me to talk about these things, but this is how damn well flipping serious it is. My delicious little babies. Really is. So that's my video. I've got nothing more to say. I can only just hope and pray, please God, that enough wake up, God bless them, in time. Do you see? And of course, if the box in the corner of the room for once in their life was to flipping tell the truth, then everybody could sort this out. Do you see? So all we rely on is other platforms, do you see what I mean, to get information, to let others out there know things. But please, even if anybody just looks at my video today, please and thank you. And God bless you for even, taking the time to watch my video. But please inform others. And thank you, this is very serious. And, every so many videos, I am going to keep, there we are, mentioning it. Because it must be sorted out. We cannot continue to go down this path. Because it's not a very nice path at all. My delicious little babies, yes. So, and what about all of the self-employed, who receive cash for their jobs that they do? Do you see? My delicious little babies, yes. I mean, even if you look at taxi drivers now, I mean, which one is it? Is it Uber? I think it could be Uber. Well, you pay by a card. You see? I mean, obviously, I suppose you can pay by cash. But see what they're doing? Do you see? Just to take that freedom away bit by bit by bit. It's like if they chisel away, in the end, cash will be gone, ka-ching will be gone. Then what they were hoping is that the old digital comes in. Do you see what I mean, my delicious little babies? Yes? And then they can just tell you, what you can spend. Oh, and it has an expiry as well. Just like if you go and... get a gift card, like from a clothes shop or something like that, and you want to gift it to somebody else. And usually it has an expiry. So therefore, you've only got a certain length of time to use that card, that gift card. Do you see? Well, this is the road that they're wanting to take us down, where, if you do not use your credits, like what I've just been talking about, digital, if you do not use it in a certain length of time, well, the putrid government keeps your cash. Well, it won't be physical cash, do you understand what I mean? Because what they're wanting is for it to be the digital. Do you see what I mean? Mad delicious babies. Oh yeah, they keep it. Yeah. And what about if you've got jobs where you know you've been taxed, you know, with the old tax and national insurance? Oh yeah, just dip into your bank, take what they want. Yeah. You see, there's a lot to this, my delicious little babies. So if delicious little babies out there knew all of this, well, no, they wouldn't be liking it at all. Do you see? So more and more need to be aware of this, my delicious little babies. That's all there we are that I'm saying. Okay, and that's the end of my video, so lights off. Because we had light on the subject, didn't we? My delicious little babies, yes. Anyway, so I just thought I'd just do my little video. So I'm going to go now. I'm going to go. So I know it sounds like I've just flipping depressed everybody. So I'm sorry if you feel that way. But no, more and more need to know exactly what's flipping going on here, what the crack is. Do you see? And it's certainly not for any of our benefits globally. No, it isn't. It's for those and the putrid little lackeys. Do you see? So until my next video, thank you once again for even taking the time to even listen to my video. But in this bonkers, crackers and crazy world, well, we still got to try and lift the vibration and lift the frequency, okay? And please continue to feel the love, okay? And please, you know, give a listening ear, always goes a long way. Please take care of yourselves and try to take care of others. And wishing you all a beautiful morning, afternoon or evening, wherever you are in the world, okay? I hope that you are having a super juicy and delicious time. Whatever you're doing, you only get one life. Okay, my delicious little babies, and please give a pat on the back, a shake of the old hand to some family members, to some friends, or to some work colleagues. And please tell them that they're super duper wonderful, super duper juicy, and super duper delish, and that you love them so. Okay, my delicious little babies. And also, just to say, you know, an apple a day keeps the doctor away, just like a smile a day keeps the doctor away. Okay, my delicious little babies. So until my next video, God bless. Okay, I wasn't here to depress. Okay, I'm just trying my best for those delicious little babies out there who are not aware of what the sneaky, crafty, devious, slithery little snakes in the grass and our putrid, you know, the putrid governments and everything are up to. Okay, my delicious little babies. So until my next video, much love to you all. God bless. And please, I send you bright blessings, peace, love and harmony. Okay, so you take care now. Thank you. Goodbye.